Posted by who/CryptoCrunch. When was the moment you realized that your best friend wasn't your best friend? When I realized that there is not necessarily a correlation between oldest friend and best friend. This is very true. Some people get lucky in the first friends they have, or first girlfriend Eve, stick with them their whole lives. But some people grow up to be different people. I guess when your friendship is based on recess and Pokemon cards, that doesn't mean you'll end up with similar politics, personalities, or compatible drug addictions. I just made myself sad about growing up. He took my girl, broke her heart, and became an butt. Simon, if you're reading this, because I know you read it, fornicate you. Edit. He also got a new date to homecoming within a week of breakup. Yeah, Simon, you suck. When he had sex with my mom, I'm not kidding. When she told me she doesn't like other girls, except me cause she likes to be the prettiest girl in the room. He was best man at my wedding. We had not much contact for a couple of years, but I still considered him my best friend. I heard about his wedding well after the fact. Guess we are not best friends anymore. When he posted wedding photos on Facebook, I didn't know he was dating anyone. Oof, that's harsh. Not even invited to. When he ghosted me after I told him I had a tumor that ended up being cancerous. Do you still have it, or are you cured? If you still have it, good luck. I hope you heal. Thank you. Fortunately, it's been over 5 years post-treatment without any sign of recurrence. We graduated from high school and she went to college halfway across the world. When she came back to visit, when I tried to hang out with her she was always too busy. I later saw tons of pictures posted on Facebook with her and other girls having fun together. So that's what she was so busy with. Then at one point she told me that those girls had actually invited me to everything but she convinced them I wouldn't be able to go. I would have been able to go. I left her alone after that. Edit. I see a lot of speculation in the comments, so I'll try to clear things up. These girls were all people I'd been going to school with since kindergarten or so. We all knew each other. I was on good terms with the other girls. The girl I'd been best friends with since first grade, so I felt loyal to her, even though as we got older she got meaner. I've learned better since then. I have no idea why she said that, but when she said it, it was with no malice or shame or anything. Like she was just offhandedly stating a fact. I honestly can't figure out why. Maybe she really did think I was busy and it just came out really wrong. But it seems deliberate when you do that consistently for 2 to 3 weeks while everyone was back home. Our conversations were getting shorter and less intriguing. One day, I received great news and wanted to share it to my best friend. I then realized that they deleted and blocked me on Facebook. While they were driving, everyone decided they wanted to party. No one had money, so they suggested they should call Vava as he always has money. I was sitting in the back seat. I was like, I'm right here, and I'm not in the mood to party tonight. When we went out to eat, and I offered her to pay, as usual, because she told me that she forgot her purse, she ordered loads of food, and ate only half of it. After leaving, her shoelace was loose, and she bent over to tie her shoe and a $100 bill was sticking out of her back pocket. She did this for 4 years and I never realized. Gave her another chance without saying a word. 3 days later I found out she was constantly using my Instagram to text my ex-boyfriend to end my current relationship. I think she never got slapped so hard. When my best friend had marriage troubles, I was there for him. All through his wife's infidelity, the divorce, and the custody battle. I testified on his behalf in court, and he got custody of the kids. Fast forward 2 years later, when I find out my wife is cheating on me. He's not really interested in talking to me about it so much, and even acts like he's not home when I stop by for a visit. And no, he wasn't the one my wife was cheating with. He's a good dad and a fun guy to hang around with, but he's just not emotionally available to help other people out much. You know how to be a friend. He knows how to get from others. That's not a friend. You are better off without friends like him. When she got s-faced drunk at my son's, her godson's, wedding, trashed a hotel room, called me horrible names, and punched me closed fist in the face. She ended up passed out on the grounds of the hotel, came to and was arrested for trespassing, because she refused to leave the premises. Days later, via email, blaming me because she didn't realize she was harboring so much animosity towards me. Bye bye. How dare you make me secretly ready to punch you in the face? Is that how this works? Damn, what a bad. When I found out she was sleeping with my boyfriend. Freaking bad. Clearly she was a freaking bad. You're a wizard with words, Alex. When they would talk about themselves, but never ask about me. This can be a tricky one, especially if you're an introvert. It can seem like a full relationship, because you learn so much about them. But later you finally realize they don't know a thing about you, because they never ask, or have to go, when you start talking about yourself. Sucks to realize it. I found out she was uploading my art to a bad art blog. I only found out because she sent me 2 paragraphs telling me I was a horrible friend anonymously on Tumblr. Then when I went to her crying over it wondering who it was, she said it was her and then blocked me. I thought I could still fix things, but then I found the bad art blog with my art on it and found out she was talking it about me to her other friends. I was only 15, and even though it's been years since it, I'm still fornicate up by it in some ways. If you don't like someone, don't pretend to like them and make fun of them behind their backs. Just let them know you feel like you can't be friends anymore and distance yourself. Yeah, that will hurt in the short term, but it won't monumentally fornicate over someone's entire psyche as being fake will. Best friends for a couple of years. We were in different classes. I wrote her a message that I'd be on my way to her. When I arrived she forgot to alt-tab the chat window with someone else making fun of me at the worst possible way. At that time she was my only friend. Was tough to have no friends after that for a long time. This might not sound like a lot, but I think that scared me, and I'm still struggling making friends. When she told me my husband and I would make hideous babies, because red-headed babies are the ugliest thing she has ever seen. She also locked me out of our hotel 4 hours from home with no way home at 3 AM that same day after an argument over her saying my husband kills people for a living. He's a chemist who works on developing chemotherapy. That was the last time I've spoken to her, 4 years ago. Such a jealous woman. Best friend of 15 years. It all unraveled the night he told my cousin to kill herself, tried to start a fight with multiple people at my house, and flipped off my mom. Edit. Yes. He was drunk at the time. No, I'm not reaching out to him. Disrespect to my family is an irredeemable offense in my eyes. He's out of my life completely now. My best friend of high school, someone who I thought would be in my life for a long time, started to hit on a girl that I was talking to. He would lie about me to change her opinion of me. And the best part is he never admitted to a thing. Maybe not that bad, but I felt really betrayed. When I opened up to her about my postpartum depression, and she told me that she didn't have time for depression, and it was weak. I was never vulnerable with her, but I was dying inside. I needed someone, and she had told me she didn't care. I began shutting her out then. Every time she called me, I would have to poop. Literally the sound of her voice would make my body want to expel waste. And this was before cell phones. So I had to do the poop dance in the hallway while trying to get off the phone with her. When I invited her to hang out with me at the nearby lake for my birthday, she said she would get back to me. She never did. Instead she posted on her Snapchat story about how much fun she was having with her other friends. I stopped talking to her after that. This is how I lost all of my high school friends. They would constantly tell me they were so busy and they had no time to chill, but would always be on Snapchat having a great time with other new friends. And it's like you never did anything wrong, they just completely lost interest in you for some reason. That and the people who very rarely text you back, but when you do finally see them, they are glued to their phone texting other people the entire time. When he didn't invite me to his birthday party, I went over to drop off a present, thinking he wasn't having a party, hadn't mentioned anything at school, and found him with his better friends. Edit. Holy shit, this blew up. Doubled my karma. Also don't be too mean please. It was 4th grade and he's not a terrible person. She started dating my rapist. That's messed up. Been there, she started liking this guy that had really taken advantage of me, and I warned her not to date him because of how badly he hurt me. They flaunted their relationship in my face for a year, and while he was dating her he attempted to assault me again. When I told her what happened, she thought I was lying. Because I was jealous, I wasn't sure if she was caught in his manipulation or just really didn't care for or respect me at all. Probably a little bit of both. When she invited me out to dinner as a Christmas gift, and then when the check was dropped, told me she actually couldn't treat BC, she had impulse, bought her boyfriend a plane ticket when she was drunk the evening before and therefore didn't have the dollar sign, among other things. But this was the moment when I was really like, wow, my friendship means nothing to her. I have lived within 2 hours of him for the last 6 years, and he has never come to visit me, always me visiting him. Last straw, had a huge July 4th BBQ and invited him, and he declined, so he could go to a lake with strangers. Fornicate, you Rick. That's fornicate up. I'm out of touch with my sister, who's lived within an hour's drive of me my whole life and only visited once in 17 years. I've visited her uncountable times, went to her wedding, her diploma ceremony, her birthdays, played with her kids, random social calls. 6 years ago I moved to the same city, 15 minutes away. I invited her over multiple times, even setting a date 3 times. She just didn't show up without cancelling. I had to get free from work 2 of those days, which wasn't easy. After the 3rd time, when my amazingly social and friendly roommate came in all enthusiastic to meet my sister finally, and saw the disappointment on my face, she told me it's just unfair. She was right. Bye C's. After she told me my sexual assault was my fault, I ended that 5-year friendship right then and there. Good for you. It is not your fault. I hope you are doing okay and have found better friends. When he started spreading rumors that I was a fornicate boy that was going to shoot up the school despite me never having a girlfriend at that point, and am extremely non-violent. When I realized she only wanted to receive support and kindness, but never give it. She had a rough home life growing up, and I always supported her through everything. I would drop what I was doing when she'd call me in tears to help her. Then I had my own rough patch that left me in a depressive rut. She was always too busy with her hobbies, not even actual work/school, to even talk to me when I went seeking support. Would get angry when I sent simple "Are you free this weekend?" texts because it was too needy. This is also when I learned who my real best friend was, because she saw what was happening, told off this so-called friend, and gave me all the support I needed. Edit. OMG, this got way more attention than I thought it would. I'm so sorry to see this is such a common ordeal that people have gone through/are going through. I wish everyone the best. We all deserve the support to get us through tough times. Stop following me around, I don't even know you. Ironically, this was actually how my best friend and I made a new friend in middle school. During recess, the 2 of us would just walk around and talk to each other because, you know, we were nerds and physical activity is overrated. One day, a girl just joined us and started following us around, listening but not saying much. Eventually we learned her name, and when she finally opened up more in high school, we all became really close friends. But for a while there she literally did nothing but silently follow us around. And we were just cool with that, for God knows what reason. She was a kind person, smart as can be, a go-getter, really down to earth, just painfully shy in middle school. When we reminded her of that time, she just sort of shrugged her shoulders and said she was awkward. She didn't know why we put up with it, and we had a good laugh about it. We've since grown apart because of college and adult life taking us in different directions, but I still have extremely fond memories of that. It still makes me chuckle. Not my best friend, but an ex-friend of mine. Your best friend doesn't have depression, she just has those awful thoughts because she watches horror movies.
Just wanted to say a big thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button. If you want to see more from us, click on the screen right now to watch our next video. See you guys soon.